Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio. My name is Chief here, and I'll be doing the show solo here tonight here. So we're going to be doing a little bit different on the show here. We're going to be doing only like a 10-minute episode, a 5-minute episode here. Going to break it down everything you need for LSU versus Vanderbilt here. So without, LSU versus Vanderbilt, LSU is a 7.5-point favorite as they take on the Commodores. Commodores have been having a very impressive season so far. They're 6-4 so far, but don't let their record fool you. One of their losses was to Georgia State, which is one of the lower tier Sunbelt Conference schools here. They also did pick up wins to Alabama. They did have a close loss to Texas as well in this game here. So going to look here at ESPN FPI here to see what they have in store here. LSU has a 70.9% chance of winning against Vanderbilt here. Vanderbilt coming in with 29.1% here. 6:45 on the SEC network here. Garrett Nussbaum in the center for the Tigers. Kate Durham should be your starting running back, and Kyron Lacey is going to be out there wide receiver here. So it's going to be interesting to see how LSU plays this one in this week here. There's been a lot of talk about Brian Kelly being on the hot seat here, so that's one thing that LSU and company are going to have to, if they really want to silence the haters and stuff like that, they're going to have to put up a win here against Vanderbilt. So this is one that we're going to have to pay close attention to here at the Fishbowl and see what is going to happen there. So looking at LSU on defense here, they've done a really good job. Just like improvement from last year. I'm not going to talk about what has happened here. The 27-16 loss to Florida, 42-13 loss against Alabama, and a 38-23 loss against Texas A&M. So let's look at this here for 1 second here. The problem with LSU is if you don't have a solid running game, you cannot keep offensive balance going. It's tough on the defense to rest up and get rest in between. That's why they're giving up so many points here. I think too many people are looking at the struggles of the defense here and not looking at what the main culprit is. If you got to have a balanced attack on offense, and the Tigers have not had that for the majority of the year so far, and offensive struggles here, I think Brian Kelly is going to make some changes in the offseason and maybe bring in a new offensive coordinator because Joe Sloan is not seem like to be the guy this year for the Tigers here, but it'll be very interesting to see how all that works out for LSU this year, and hopefully the LSU gets an offensive identity here and really can, do better because the most points LSU scored in an SEC game this year, if you're looking at it by the numbers, has been South Carolina, which was 36, and that was all the way back in September. Since November has started, LSU has not scored more than 16 points on offense. And that's not going to win you many games here. The 9th and the 16th were the two games they played, which was against Alabama and Florida. So you got to look at the last 2 or 3 games to kind of see what your scope of your season is looking like here. They haven't gotten over 20 points since October 26th, which was against Texas A&M. And yeah, we all know how that ended up there. So if I'm having to predict a winner in this game here, it's kind of tough, man, because I'm thinking that LSU has a lot of offensive problems here, and I'm going to go with Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt wins at Tiger Stadium by 3 points here, but I would not be surprised if LSU actually blew out Vanderbilt, though, either, because of the negativity and stuff and the players-only meeting that Will Campbell and a couple of others have put together here, too. But I'm going to pick Vanderbilt to beat LSU just today in Baton Rouge. So that's my pick for that game here. Now let's go bring it over to our top 25 games for the week here as we get set and ready because a lot of college football playoff implications are on their way here. Wake Forest versus Miami. I got Miami beating Wake Forest, and that one Wake Forest has not been that good this year. Ole Miss versus Florida. I got the Rebels. There's going to be some news coming out of Ole Miss in a couple of weeks here. That's a little bit of teaser that's going to happen in December. So, Ole Miss is going to beat Florida and on the road, I believe. SMU versus Virginia. Give me the SMU Mustangs. They'll get the job done there. Illinois versus Rutgers. I got Illinois beating Rutgers. I think Illinois is going to be able to pull it off and, keep their top 25 ranking as Rutgers. Massachusetts, UMass versus Georgia. Number 10 Georgia, that is, and Georgia favored by 42 points. If I'm betting, man, I'm always taking under with a big score spread like that there. But I got Georgia winning this one though. UTEP versus number 11 Tennessee. Another huge point spread in this one. 41-point favorites is Tennessee. Give me Tennessee to beat UTEP in this game here. Kentucky taking on number 3 Texas. Give me Texas. I think Texas will take care of business here. 2.5-point favorites. Kentucky is struggling this year. Give me the Longhorns. Number 4 Penn State versus Minnesota. I got Penn State knocking off Minnesota here. I think that'll be a big win for Penn State themselves. Number 14, BYU taking on Arizona State. Number 21, Arizona State here. Arizona State's actually favored in this one here. But I just have to see this, believe it here. This one would technically be an upset here. But I think always believe higher ranked teams should always be favored. That's just my thing. BYU's on the road, though. Give BYU to beat Arizona State here. Colorado taking on Kansas, number 16. Colorado taking Kansas. I got Colorado winning that one. The Citadel versus number 17 Clemson. Give me Clemson to win that one as well. Wofford versus number 18 South Carolina. I got South Carolina winning that one as well. Number 23 Missouri taking on Mississippi State. Give me the Tigers of Missouri to win that game there. Number 19 Army versus number 6 Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame knocking off Army for the first time this year. Number 12 Boise State. I got Boise State beating Wyoming. Number 7 Alabama taking on Oklahoma. I got Alabama knocking off Boomer Sooner this week. Number 15, Texas A&M taking on Auburn. I got number 15, Texas A&M winning this one here. Number 22, Iowa State taking on Utah. Give me number 22, Iowa State to win that game there. And, we had UNLV play yesterday, but they won 27-16. So, thank y'all for tuning in here to this edition of the Fishbowl Radio. Hope you have a great, wonderful day. And we'll see you here next time on the Fishbowl Radio. Have a good night, Fishbowl Nation.